Hello and welcome to the Real Estate JV Club co-ownership, the quick and easy way to get full appraised value, full price, list price for your property. So first off, we're going to start with an appraisal. It always starts with a hands-off, arm's length appraisal. So we call the appraiser in, we get it ordered, and they give us a bank-approved appraisal. Step number 2 is we're going to be getting a new mortgage holder qualifying for that appraisal, 70 to 80% loan to value based on that appraisal. So on the first part, the seller is going to be able to get 70 to 80% of their money out. So here it is, 70 to 80% of the new mortgage proceeds go to the seller. As part of that, though, the seller agrees to stay in the deal for the next couple of years. So they agree to keep about 20 to 30%, 25 to 30% of the value of that property in the deal as one of the co-owners of the deal. So pretty simple. So first off, we want to make sure everything's legal and all fully approved by all the lawyers. So we put together a joint venture agreement. The seller sends the joint venture agreement to their lawyer, make sure they're protected. Their equity is fully protected throughout the process. The buyer also sends, the mortgage qualifier also sends their agreement to their lawyer to make sure their interests are protected. So everyone's interests are protected all the way throughout the sale. So what is the Real Estate JV Club and what role do we play? Well, we play what's called a JV mediator. In the middle, we work with the seller of the property providing the down payment and the buyer of the property providing the mortgage. So the JV Club acts as a mediator and manages the JV agreement to make sure all the interests of all parties and the property itself is protected. So very valuable role. Next, the JV Club manages the property for the current seller and the co-owner mortgage qualifier, the co-owner buyer. So making sure everything is run smoothly as the exit strategy and the profits are made over the next 5 years. So the exit strategy is usually set up for about 5 years, give or take, and we make sure everything's run well for you. So the JV Club also has a percentage ownership of the deal and makes sure that the seller gets all of their principal back. Their 20-30%, we make sure that's guaranteed. The seller also gets a pre-agreed, so we'll discuss this, a percentage of all the equity pay down and all of the appreciation. So all the profits, they get a share of all the profits. The JV Club also makes sure that the mortgage holder, co-owner, mortgage qualifier, the buyers, get the mortgage paid each month. So we make sure the rent is all collected and the mortgages are paid each and every month and the property is looked after, so property management. They also get a pre-agreed upon portion of the equity and all the appreciation, some of the appreciation. Typically, most of the cash flow that the property is generated is put into running the business, keeping the building rented, make sure there's a caretaker involved, making sure the principal's cash is protected, making sure all the mortgages are paid, all the taxes, all the strata fees are paid. Monthly accounting is kept, so the JV Club makes sure all the accounting is kept each month and sends out a quarterly update to each of the JV partners in the deal. So the main and recommended exit strategy we always suggest is getting a rent-to-own tenant buyer, and that is what we specialize in, and it's the way to get the most profit from any real estate deal. So what are the other options out there? Well, we could also do a wholesale deal, but we prefer to do a win-win deal, and a wholesale deal is kind of a lose-win deal. So basically in a wholesale deal, we'll buy out your property in cash, and it's usually, the first offer usually starts at about 30 to 35% less than the appraised value. So it's not really a great win-win option. The other way we can do it is doing it the way we're talking, with a down payment provided model. So we purchase the property with you as a joint venture partner. You get the true appraised value, your entire appraised value, list price for the property. You get ongoing ownership, you get equity, appreciation, mortgage paydown, plus all of your principal back that you contributed, your 20 to 30%, you get that all back. So you get full list price. So how is the money paid out? In 5 years, the current mortgage holder either refinances and pays you out. We sell it to an end buyer who pays us all out. Or ideally, we've set it up to sell it to a rent-to-own tenant buyer who completes within 3 to 5 years and makes us all a very tidy profit afterwards. So if you're interested in this arrangement, let's start by discussing details in terms of the agreement. If you're a real estate agent, you're listing a property for someone else, we can immediately make an offer on the property Any property you have listed, the cash flows. And if you're for sale by owner, we can make you a deal directly. And we actually prefer working that way, but we can work with the real estate agents as well. So please phone or email us your interest and we'll move to the next step. My direct phone number is 604-765-1490. I'm based out of Vancouver, British Columbia. And if you wish to email me as well, you can go email me to deals@zerodowncannada.com. And my name's Thane Lance. Thank you very much. Again, if you have any questions, give me a call or send me off an email and we'll get started on your project. Thanks very much and have a great day.